Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to answer two questions, really, but they're very closely related. And we're going to explain whether or not something is really a big deal, because it is certainly going to be made out to be a big deal. And we really have to consider if this is how we want to start off the next near-peer contest. If you missed it, a report hit the Capitol, hit Congress, and that report says that the number of ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile launchers, that China has exceeds the number the U.S. has. ICBM launchers, whether they be stationary or mobile. All land-based. Of course, this is already fueling people in Congress to say, hey, we need to modernize. We are already at, we cannot allow there to be a mine shaft gap. We're already at that portion of the show. This is how an arms race starts. One of the things that is definitely worth noting in this report is that while they have more launchers, they don't have more missiles, and they don't have more warheads. In fact, the United States has about 4 times as many warheads. The mine shaft gap, it's not real. Okay, but whether or not that little fact matters to Congress, and when it comes to spending money, I have no idea. It is not a major deal that they have more launchers if they don't have anything to put in them. It does show that China is attempting to upgrade and modernize its nuclear capabilities, as is the United States. But the land-based stuff isn't really where it's at. And this gets into the other question. Recently in a video, I used the term Triad. Whole bunch of questions. What is that? Because I didn't explain it like at all. A triad is a concept when it comes to nuclear warfare. 3 things: land, sea, and air. This is where your nukes are. You have some in silos, some on subs, some in strategic bombers. That makes up the triad. The U.S. has a triad. In many cases, it's not going to be the silos that would respond, really. It would be subs. You know, when you hear those stats, we have more nuclear arms than it would take to blow up the world, 15 times over. The reason that's true is because we have subs, like a single sub that can destroy an entire country. The purpose of this is, let's say all of the silos on the land get taken out by some secret surprise weapon. The subs are still secret. They're hidden, which means the United States still maintains deterrence. A lot of countries operate triads. And that is it's a major component to stopping first strikes, because there's no way you're going to get it all. If somebody launched against the United States, they wouldn't be able to take out all the silos, all the bombers, all the subs. Therefore, they would have to deal with a response. And the same thing is true in reverse. That's where the deterrence comes from. So the fact that one part of the triad, the launchers, when it comes to the land-based stuff, the fact that China has more launchers isn't really a huge deal. I don't think it's worth starting an arms race over. But I have a feeling that that Congress is not going to see things that way. So, yeah, I would expect the United States to spend a whole bunch of money modernizing its nuclear capabilities because of this report. But it isn't really a big deal. It isn't something that is putting you in jeopardy right now because the other pieces of the Triad still maintain deterrence. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.